Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Clair Summer and this is Lumiere Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading and we're going to be taking a look at what they are thinking and feeling at this time. So whatever person you have in your mind, maybe you're in separation, maybe you're in a situationship, maybe you're going through difficulties, or you just don't really understand what's going on with your person. I'm just going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see if we have any messages from Spirit for you regarding this situation, okay? So this is a pick a card reading. It is timeless, so that means that whenever you have discovered this reading, then please know that there may be a message here for you. But do remember, it's just a general reading, so if you do find that it doesn't resonate, then either take the bits that does resonate with you, or just feel peaceful within yourself and find the message that does resonate with you, okay? So I just want to take a quick moment to thank all my amazing subscribers. This community is just growing all the time, so thank you to all my Lumies, to everybody who has liked and subscribed and commented. I really appreciate your support. I feel really humbled by it. I'm really, really grateful. So thank you to everybody out there in the world who has been on this journey with me. And thank you to everybody who has made offerings through the energetic exchange. I just love you all so much and I am sending you all a big hug. Okay, so these are the groups for today for this pick a card reading: Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 and Group 4. I ask that you choose from your intuition, so whichever group calls out to you, that you have that sort of gut instinct, or just that little niggle, or just some sort of intuition as to which pile you should go for, okay? I find that that gets the best results in these situations. So it's Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 and Group 4. While you are making your decision, I will just let you know that I have created a beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your vibration and dissolve any blocks that you may have towards your goals of finding love and attracting money and prosperity into your life. People have been writing to me saying that they've been getting such good results with these and getting really quick results as well, which is really, really lovely to hear. And it's such a wonderful way of reprogramming the subconscious mind to have new positive beliefs and replace all those old beliefs that are no longer serving you. Okay, so let's get started. I'm really looking forward to doing this reading with you today. Okay, this is a reading for everybody who picked group number 1. So I'm going to take a look at the energies and see what your person is thinking and feeling at this time. So we have the Chariot, we have the Emperor. So already we have 2 major arcana cards here. We have the 3 of Cups, we have Knight of Pentacles, we have this beautiful card, Soul Knowing. We have the Ace of Cups. I don't know if you can see that, the imagery is so beautiful, from the Fountain Tarot. That's one of the decks I like to work with the most. We have Faith in Your Dreams from the beautiful Moonology deck. We have this beautiful card, Achievement, from the Gaia Oracle deck. We have Meditation from the Universal Love Oracle deck. We have Do Something for Someone from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. We have the card Calmness from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. And we have the card Boundaries from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Okay, so I'm just taking a look at these energies for you now to see what we have here. Okay, so your person, this is really interesting. And there's a lot of interesting energies here that I'm sensing straight off the bat. Okay, so I'm sensing that because we have this Calmness and we have this card Meditation, so I'm sensing that maybe there's been a lot of difficulty, a lot of drama, some challenges, and maybe right now you and your person are taking a break. Either maybe you're in separation, or you're on a break, or you've just agreed to have a bit of time apart from each other, or you've taken a step back energetically from this connection. So I'm seeing a sort of calmer time. Perhaps not much is going on the surface, but it is going on emotionally and energetically. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. First of all, we have this card Soul Knowing. So I'm sensing that you do have this psychic connection with the person that you're considering right now. They are able to tune in to what you are thinking and feeling, and you are able to tune in with them. So you get a sense of their sort of energetic frequency and what's going on with them. So I think that you're always connected energetically. Perhaps you dream about this person. I definitely can sense that they are dreaming about you at this time, okay? So I think there's been some sort of difficulty in this connection. I'm feeling that somebody wanted it, like, who was very controlling in this situation, or wasn't prepared to budge on how they approached the connection, okay? I'm sensing like that they were a bit like, it's my way or the highway, and they weren't prepared to put the work in, or to be flexible, or to find a solution to whatever problem that you had. Now, I need to say there's a lot of yang energy, a lot of masculine energy, a lot of action-focused, doing, directed energy in this reading. So I'm sensing that the problems here are really to do with the practical 3D world. I'm sorry the light is changing so much today. I'm using natural light now because I prefer it, but we've got sunshine and showers out there, so the sun keeps coming in and out. I hope that doesn't bother you too much. So there is this controlling nature, but also I'm sensing that the problems in the relationship are practical problems that may be to do with there's loads and loads of different options, but just as an example, it could be that you can't decide where to live, or you're in different cities, or you don't know whether to live together, or you've got a complicated family situation where you've got kids and you can't make it work with the responsibilities, or there are financial issues. These are the 3D world problems that I'm experiencing, because I do see, that they are, with this Ace of Cups energy, they love you very much. So, I don't see a lack of emotion here. I don't see a lack of love with this person, but I just see that there's some sort of difficulties, challenges, or something, some sort of opposition to this connection. So we have the Chariot. So this is speaks of being torn between the head and the heart. So I think the heart wants one thing with this Ace of Cups energy, but the head is saying, what about all these practical things with this Knight of Pentacles? There's all these practical considerations which are maybe getting in the way of, this connection and the success of this connection. Okay, so I do see that here. There's Aries energy represented here, as well as Cancerian energy. So it may be someone who has Aries or Cancerian energy in their chart. Okay, so we have this card boundaries. So I'm sensing that somebody in this connection doesn't have very strong boundaries. So it may be that when you are considering these practical matters, or considering the challenges in this relationship, or the connection, or what you want to do about it, that somebody's sort of bending over backwards to try and make this happen, and the other person is being really, really rigid. Okay, and this person who's bending over backwards isn't in alignment with their truth. They're not in alignment with how they're over-compromising with this. Okay, so I think there needs to be stronger boundaries, so that this beautiful framework can be established that you can work around, and it will make everybody in the connection feel much safer, so that they're able to move forward. So although this is a time maybe of stagnation, or just of sort of stepping back from the connection, I see a lot of forward motion here. So I see that there is going to be a successful outcome to this situation. And the way to do this is one step at a time. This Knight of Pentacles energy, it's really talking about just dealing with things as they come up, and dealing with things one step at a time. You are building a stable future. There is the possibility for a stable future here, and this Chariot card really talks about being able to overcome problems and challenges with ease. And you can do that through, putting the work in. There's a lot here, with this Pentacles energy and this Chariot energy, about putting the work in, the practical work to find the solutions which are stopping this connection from being successful. So I think your person is really feeling like they want to find a solution, and it's really on their mind that they want to find a solution. I think that they are willing to put the work in, and they definitely have the capability of doing that, okay? And I do see a lot of success here. I see the opportunity for success. You know, we have this card achievement as well. It's just all about putting the work in and, you know, I'm hearing the word intention. So I think that you both need to get clear about what your intention is for this connection and for the future, so that you're on the same page. And then you will be successful, because then you're moving in the right direction. You know, with this Chariot energy, it's all about being single focused. And, you know, and don't let anybody else get involved in this connection. You know, if somebody else is having an opinion about this or is opposing this match, then this is a sign that you need to be single focused. It's just you and your person, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks at this time. So I definitely think that is good. So your person's in a time of contemplation, and, you know, they are doing a lot of soul searching, and they are looking for solutions to this time, okay? But I see them wanting to put the work in and, you know, driving this relationship forward, okay? But it's going to be one step at a time. Things are going to unfold one step at a time, and it's going to be about you working together, I think, which is really beautiful. And in doing that, you know, we have these beautiful energies, have faith in your dreams. We have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Three of Cups. So a lot of emotion here. I see that they are connected, that they have a beautiful friendship connection with you, and that your person really values the friendship that you have, and that your ability, their ability to be able to connect with you, that you really understand them, and that you make them feel really good when you are in their presence, okay? So, you know, they experience and feel a lot of joy when they're around you, okay? And they do have this love for you. You know, they do feel love for you, and perhaps if they haven't expressed that love, or you haven't been feeling it recently, I do see that they want to come forwards, and they've got something to offer you. You know, with this Knight of Pentacles energy, they want to come forward and offer you something. So, you know, they do have a lot to offer you, and I see them coming forward with that. So, you know, it may be an offer of love that they're coming towards. It may be, you know, they're coming towards you with the solutions, you know, that they've had to think about it, that they've settled down, that they understand what they need to do to, you know, go forwards in this connection. You know, and again, we have this do something for someone card. So again, this is very similar to the, you know, the Emperor and the Chariot. It's all like this yang, doing, practical energy. So sometimes in life it isn't all just about the beautiful feelings and the beautiful connection. You know, we have to make it work in the 3D world, and this is what I'm sensing here with you and your person. But I see happiness ahead. I see, you know, love springing up anew, a renewal of love or an offering of love, and I see good times ahead, more enjoyment for you to have, and you sort of overcoming these kind of this difficulty and this kind of tension that there is between you. I see that moving into something more graceful and more loving, and something that's gentler. Okay, that you're able to experience and feel happiness. So that's what you're working towards with this Chariot energy. Yeah, but remember to keep those solid boundaries in place, to communicate, and just know that it's going to be a bit of a slow process of kind of unraveling all of these things as you work towards this happiness and these better times with your person. Okay, that's all I have for you today in this reading. It's been my honour to read your cards as always. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. It's been so lovely. Do connect with me down in the comments. Let me know what's been going on with you in your lives. I love to connect with you in the comments. And if you feel called to, do check out my collection of guided meditations and affirmations for helping to raise your vibration and overcome any blocks that you have to love or abundance, so that you can really dissolve those blocks and reprogram your subconscious mind with new positive beliefs. Okay, because people have been getting such great results with those. They're really finding that they're forging ahead, and, you know, it's making a big difference to them. So yeah, they're getting the solutions, which is lovely to hear. But have an amazing week. You're always in my thoughts. I'm sending you lots of positive vibes and good energy, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. You take care now. Goodbye. Hey friends, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 2. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what your person is thinking and feeling at this time about your situation, okay? So we have the Strength card, we have 8 of Wands, we have the Hanged Man, we have 2 of Pentacles, we have the World card. Wow, so we've got 3 major arcana here already. So quite powerful energies here. We have the beautiful card Thinking of You from the Gaia Oracle deck. We have the card Slow Down. We have the card Feelings from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. We have Bring Love into the Situation from the Moonology deck. We have the card Golden Path from the Universal Love Oracle deck. Focus on Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck, and Break the Chain from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look at these energies. So there is powerful energies here. I feel that this is quite deep, quite complex already, just from these things. And also it's interesting because there are like contradictory energies here, because on one hand we have this card Slow Down with this snail image on it, and then we have the 8 of Wands, which is about rushing towards something and forward motion. So what I'm sensing here is that maybe this situation with your person has been a bit on again, off again. You know, they're all in, they're blowing up your phone, it feels really intense, and then they pull back. They're in, then they're out. Or they look like they're interested, and then they look like they couldn't care less. Okay? And that's what I'm sensing. And then also with this 2 of Pentacles, this juggling thing, I'm hearing the word yo-yo. So again, this sort of, you know, lots of ups and downs with this connection is what I'm sensing right now. So, you know, you think it's going in one direction and then it isn't. So this is what I'm sensing is happening at this time. So we have this card Thinking of You. And I do see that, you know, this is an indication, and the card Feelings. Okay? So your person is thinking about you. You are on their mind a lot of the time. You're taking up a lot of their mental focus and their emotional focus, and they do have deep, deep feelings for you. They are emotionally connected to you, okay? And, you know, you have caught their attention and you are on their mind, which I think is really lovely, okay? There's a lot here as well about transformation and personal transformation. The World card is really about life lessons and karmic lessons, you know, and we have the Hanged Man. And I always see this as like a chrysalis shape, the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. And, you know, the Strength card, another, you know, with a lot of strong energies here, you know, really about facing your fears. Again, about transformation. So I'm just sensing that your person, that, okay, I'm getting some information. So this yo-yo, this in and out, this thing that they're doing where you don't really know where you stand, where you don't really know what their feelings are all about, is something to do with their behavior being distorted by their own fears. So the truth of their feelings are that they care about you deeply, and that they sort of want it to work. They want to be with you, and yet they're getting in their own way because they've got these fears. And we have this card Break the Chain, which says ancestral patterns healing, rewriting the future. Okay, you know, and the Strength card is about healing, and the Hanged Man is about healing. And the World can be about healing as well. So I'm just sensing that your person is going through a bit of a spiritual shift, and that their connection with you, or just this time in their life, is causing them to reassess things and to become more emotionally mature and more spiritually aware. So I'm sensing that they perhaps had some problems in childhood to do with some sort of abuse or unhealthy patterns where they learnt unhealthy things about love and how to express love as a child, and they've brought these into their adult relationships. Okay, so this is what I'm sensing here, and that in their connection with you, they're trying to express love, but they don't really understand how to, and that this is why their behavior has been distorted and why they're behaving in an unhelpful way, which is not leading to particularly successful things. So what your person is thinking and feeling is that, with this Two of Pentacles energy, this is about stress and feeling out of control with things. His connection with you is making them feel a little bit out of control and a little bit scared of being vulnerable, is what I'm hearing. So, but I do see that this has given them pause for thought and greater understanding, and they're getting downloads into, understanding themselves better at this time. So, these cards are both about transformation and about facing their fears. So I do see, I'm hearing the word healthier, so sort of emotionally healthier times coming through. I feel that they've learnt their karmic lessons, they understand this a bit deeper now, and this is what's kind of going on under the surface with them. You may not be aware of this or aware of what's going on with them, but they do have true and deep feelings for you. They are thinking of you, but they're also processing a lot of this energy and getting a greater understanding. They're rewiring their minds as to what healthy relationships and healthy love looks like, because perhaps they haven't experienced it or seen it before, but their own feelings are causing them a distortion, is what I'm understanding from this. Okay, so as a result of these energetic changes, we have the golden path, which means that they're heading in the right direction towards something more positive and a more positive outcome, which I think is really beautiful. I do think that this break the chain ancestral patterns and this Hanged Man, this could be like quite a big deal for your person as to what they're learning about themselves and about love and about relationships at this time. But I do see a complete transformation coming to them. And that's going to change, how they're able to express themselves and how they're able to connect with you in this moment and in this relationship that you have, okay? So I think you're going to see a change in your person, okay? The stressful feelings that they've been experiencing and this yo-yo back and forwards behavior that they have is going to be transformed into something better as they go along, because they're cycling out of this old pattern. This really is a breakdown of the old patterns and a movement towards something new. This is about going towards their fears, facing the fear and doing it anyway. Okay, so they are trying their best to do this, and they are getting spiritual downloads which are going to help them to understand themselves and the relationship better. So we have, so if things have been feeling a little bit harsh, if they've been a little bit harsh towards you, I see gentler energy coming in here for you. We have focus on love, look for the good in everyone, and new moon in Aquarius. So Aquarian energy is represented here as well in this reading. So it's bring love into the situation, and this is a new moon card. So I do see a fresh start here. I do see them coming towards you with communication and with wanting to sort of communicate with you in a way that's clearer as a result of the understandings that they're having. I feel like this Two of Pentacles is a bit of a mess, a bit of a, that there's been a bit of confusion here, and that your person has been feeling a bit confused and expressing themselves in a way that has been confusing to you. It hasn't made a lot of sense, their behavior and their communication. Okay, but I see them coming forward with communication in a way that is much clearer for you, and it's going to bring you some relief and some greater understanding. Okay, so I see a fresh start. I see more gentleness coming in, love coming into the situation, and being able to, this is a heart-centered card, this Strength card. So I see them being able to come from this more heart-centered place rather than this place of confusion and fear. This again, the world is about being centered. The Hanged Man is about being centered. Strength is about being centered and grounded. So I see them coming out of this confusing, flighty energy of, being all over the place and things being a bit murky, and into something, where they're much more grounded and centered, okay? So I see that happening for you, and you'll be able to sense that in them and in that communication, and that they're going to be able to express love in a healthier way as a result of these energetic shifts that they're going through. And again, this might not be something that you're aware of. It might be something that's going on under the surface for them. They may not be able to articulate what it is that they're going through. Sometimes at the time, we can't articulate what we're going through. When we're faced with these fears about things. But I'm sensing that this is something that comes from childhood, or something that they've been taught by their family of origin, maybe goes back generations, and it's like an energetic thread that runs through their ancestral pattern and is expressing it in this time now. But I do see better communication coming. I do see them reaching out to you and having something meaningful to say to you, which makes sense, okay? And I do see them offering new love to you in a beautiful way, okay? And that they're able to come from this more heart-centered space, away from their fears, away from this confusion, and be able to express what they're really thinking and feeling to you. But you are very much on their mind. They are working through some stuff now, okay? So this, this isn't in vain, what's been going on. If it's been difficult for you, they are learning life lessons, on their journey towards enlightenment, okay? So I sense that's what's going on with your person behind the scenes. But I do see that there's a lot of love there for you, and that they're going to be able to express that in the fullness of time as they've sort of worked through their own issues. So Spirit's just saying to me, let them have the space that they need. Just trust in the process. The Strength card is often about trust, okay? And, come from this energy, this loving space, focus on love and bring love into the situation. So let your own guard down, don't let your own fears override this situation, because they are going through some stuff. So just let them do what they need to do. Give them the space that they need, and trust that they will come to you from this heart-centered space in their own time. There's a lot here about divine timing as well. I'm hearing, Strength has the essence of divine timing. The world is a message of divine timing, and the Hanged Man is a message of divine timing. So I think that you have to wait for things to come into right alignment and let things unfold. I'm hearing, don't force it. I know that you want things to change, but what I'm sensing is, don't force it. Let things unfold in their own time. Focus on you, focus on your own life, and let this person come to you when they feel willing and able with what it is that they want to share. Okay, so that's what I'm sensing for you at this time. I hope that reading has given you some clarity into your situation and a better understanding as what's going on with your person and what they're thinking and feeling at this time. This has been a really interesting reading. The very complex energies here. These aren't light energies. They're, there's a lot of emotional turmoil that they're working through that I can sense from these cards. Okay, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. That's all I have for you, but it has been my honour to read your cards as always. Please connect with me down in the comments. I love to hear what's going on with you in your life at this time, and if you feel called to, then do check out my guided meditations and affirmations for helping to reprogram your subconscious mind with new positive beliefs, so that you can dissolve any blocks that you have to love and abundance in your life. People have been saying, I've been getting such great feedback of people saying that they've been getting really, really good results, and really quickly as well, that they've been able to really shift out of lower vibrational energies and make and see positive changes take place in their lives. Okay, but have an amazing week. I'll be thinking of you, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. So take care now. Goodbye. Hey friends, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 3. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what we have for you and find out what your person is thinking and feeling at this time. So we have this beautiful card, True Love, from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. We have the card, The Message, with this beautiful image on it from the Gaia Oracle deck. We have the card, Dreams, from the Universal Love Oracle deck. We have 10 of Wands. We have the card, Surrender, from the, the Soul Offering Oracle deck. We have 4 of Pentacles. We have the card Judgment. We have Expect Powerful Change from the Moonology deck. We have the Emperor. We have Queen of Swords. We have Take a Chance on Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck. And we have Keepers of the Earth. Ancient Ancestors Stand Beside You from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look at these energies. So it seems really interesting. So the first thing that I'm seeing here is that there is like this battle of wills going on that I'm sensing here with the Emperor card and the Queen of Swords. So, you know, with this energy, I'm just sensing, you know, the Queen of Swords is pretty no-nonsense and the Emperor is pretty no-nonsense. So I'm hearing the word stalemate. So I don't know if you've got into some sort of communication rut or some sort of stalemate has occurred for you in you being able to progress, move this connection forward, or just in understanding each other, or whether this is just a sort of energetic stalemate. And then we have this 4 of Pentacles energy, which really represents stuck energy and you know, not being able to sort of progress with things. So I just sense that on both sides people have had quite strong emotions, quite strong opinions about how things should be or how they should go forward. You're both very caught up in your own way of seeing things, and that way of seeing things isn't in alignment with one another. This is what I'm sensing from this. I'm sensing that somebody's really been trying to assert their boundaries, and I'm sensing that somebody else is being very controlling in this situation. I'm feeling a lot of tension and just like lack of freedom and flow and things like this happening in this connection. It feels very constrained. This is what I'm hearing, constraints. This is what I'm seeing in my mind, this image of sort of being bound up by rope. So, you know, I do see that there are some challenges here and some difficulties. And this is like more a logical, mental thing. This is something to do, this isn't emotional stuff. This is to do with communication and practicalities in your relationship and trying to come to a conclusion and understand each other better. And at the moment, I just feel like the energies are like too, you know, you're just butting heads and not really getting anywhere in this communication situation. I definitely sense that some, you know, these are both cards about sacred truths, about, you know, truth coming out, about direct communication. So it may be that somebody in this connection has really cut the other person out or cut them off or has stepped back from it energetically because it's become too painful or too difficult. I sense also that there's been like some quite direct communication and that somebody has, you know, really spoken their truth. Maybe somebody has said some quite harsh things to the other person in this connection, and, you know, possibly these things needed saying, or possibly somebody regrets saying these things and it's been quite painful. But, you know, it could be that somebody has just cut somebody else off, either energetically, and they've withdrawn into themselves, so they're not open to that love, or it may be, you know, that they physically cut them off, ended the relationship, or gone no contact, something like this. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing in the recent past with this connection that we're talking about at this time. So it's very interesting, I think. And, you know, we have this 4 of Pentacles energy and this 10 of Wands energy. So I'm seeing this person is really thinking about you in this situation, whatever it is that's going on, is really weighing very heavily on their minds. It's causing them a lot of anxiety. It's really taking up a lot of their mental and emotional space. They feel really worn down by this situation. They feel, I'm hearing the words heavy-hearted. So they feel very heavy-hearted about whatever it is that has transpired, and the fact that you can't quite understand each other or reach a conclusion here. So this is what I'm sensing with this very heavy, low vibrational energy of the Ten of Wands. You know, they really feel the challenge and the difficulty of the situation that you're in. And with the Four of Pentacles, somebody in this connection has really shut down to love. They've closed off their heart space. And this is really due to a fear that they have within themselves about being vulnerable, about reaching out. You know, they've put up, you know, sometimes it can be about healthy boundaries, this card, but I think they've just put up blocks and boundaries so that somebody in this connection can't reach them. So say somebody's not being able to be reached because the heart space is closed. They're really shut down to further experiences in this connection at this time. Okay, because it has been too painful for them. It's been too difficult, and there's just been a flood of emotion that has led to it just feeling overwhelmed and feeling too much, and they've retracted into themselves like a little crab going back into their shell. Okay, so I see that here. Definitely air energy is represented here, so Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. Also Aries energy is represented in this reading. Okay, so we've got this stalemate situation, very interesting here. So, and then going forward, your person, you know, we have this card dream. So this person is dreaming of you in their sleep time, in their sleep cycle. They are dreaming of you. You do come up in their dreams. You are in their subconscious mind. You are in their energetic field. Still, you're very much connected in this way. And then we have this beautiful card, True Love. So your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner, but from the sovereignty, actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you with others. Stand on your own 2 feet and know true love. So this is about the world being a mirror. So it's about you just getting back into your own energy and loving yourself at this time during these difficulties. But this also represents that there is deep love, deep affection, deep feeling with between you and this person. So the emotional connection, the attraction and the deep feeling is still there in this connection. So even if it might not feel like it, this is how your person is feeling at this time. They're dreaming of you, they still love you, but they are really burdened by what has happened and what has the exchanges between you both and the difficulties that you had. Okay, so now we have really interesting energy. So we have the card, the Message, positive news, positive outcome. Okay, so I do see this coming into right alignment and changing quite significantly and being much better for you, okay, in this situation, which I think is good. We have this beautiful dove of peace on there. So I do feel that, you know, forgiveness, understanding, compassion can flood this connection, and that this will transform the communication between you both, so you don't have this wrangling, this difficulty, these challenges in your energetic frequency where you're struggling with one another. Okay, so I see gracefulness and peace coming into this connection with this positive news. You know, if you're waiting for them to get in touch with you in some way, I do see them reaching out to you and wanting to connect with you at this time. They definitely want to do that. There may be some fear with this Four of Pentacles energy, which is holding them back from getting in touch with you. But, you know, this is a message card. They do want to reach out to you. They do want to communicate with you in a way that is clear. And I see clearer communication coming in. I see the clarity that you need to understand each other and be on that sort of level playing field that you need at this time to get over these challenges and blocks that you're experiencing. Okay, I do see here that it has been quite difficult for you both. Okay, so we have this card, Take a Chance on Love. So I see your person really contemplating coming out of this stuck energy and this closed off space. They know that they need to take a risk in order to get in contact with you, in order to approach you at this time with their true feelings and what it is that they're thinking and feeling, but it makes them feel very vulnerable. So, you know, just be sure to have your heart open and make sure that you are energetically available for them to come forward. What they're afraid of is coming forward and being shot down in flames, you know, when they come to you with their truth and what's in their heart, and, you know, of you being a bit defensive and you know, maybe coming back at them with some more of this Queen of Swords energy, this aggressive, you know, slightly aggressive, fierce communication. So just if you're open to that energetically, that you can respond to what they have to say with compassion, and you know in your heart that that's true, then energetically that will create the space for them to come forward. And again, we have this card Surrender and the Judgment card, and we have this card Expect Powerful Change. So, you know, I want to talk about this. These are very similar energies. The Surrender card, Judgment, is all about surrender. Expect powerful change. This is a new moon, a new beginning. Judgment is all about new beginnings. So I see a profound shift in energy here. I see a spiritual awakening happening for your person. Your person is really sort of getting downloads. They're learning spiritual lessons as a result of this connection that you have between you both. And they're having a spiritual upgrade, a spiritual awakening, which is really going to help them to see things in a new and more expansive way. And I've just seen 11:11 on the clock, which I think is really amazing, okay? So there is this new beginning here. This is Judgment Day. This is judgment time for all of this energy that we've had in the past. Judgment Day is coming, okay? This transformation is coming. This spiritual, emotional upgrade is coming. And the energy is shifting into these higher vibrations, okay? So, and I also see some spiritual awakening, some spiritual understanding coming for you as well. So initially I just felt that it was just for the person you were here, you know, asking about, but now I see that this is also going to come to you in the form of dreams and spiritual downloads and messages as well. So I see a profound energetic change and spiritual transformation in this energy, in this connection, okay? So I don't want you to worry, things are working out. This is a card of right alignment. So, you know, if things have been felt very muddy and messy and low vibrational, then I see things coming better, you know, being better and coming into right alignment for you at this time. You know, you're having this sort of time out, you're having this space that you need, and as a result of that is going to come this transformation, and it will be for the best and the highest good of everybody concerned in this situation. So whatever way this goes, there is love here in this connection, and there always will be, and you will understand why it is that you've been through this, and you know, in the fullness of time you will be able to see the big picture, and it will become very clear to you why all this has happened, you know, why you met this person and why you've been going through this. And we have this card, Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So this is just a message from Spirit for you, just to keep the faith, you know, to keep in your positive energy and your positive vibes, and to know that the universe is supporting you. Your angels, ancestors and spirit guides are with you at this time and are helping you. So be open to that positive, higher vibrational energy. You know, tune into that, because it's really gonna, I can feel the heaviness in your heart space, and it's really gonna help you to feel much better. Support is there for you if you're going through a challenging time and it feels quite heavy energetically, okay? So, you know, I do see this person coming forward towards you, and I see, you know, a solution to these challenges and just greater understanding, but you'll be able to come to each other and meet from this space of compassion, which will lead you to greater understanding and just to surrender to whatever the outcome is. You know, you can't control another person. Their actions are, you know, they're their own responsibility. They have their own agency. It's up to them. You can only control yourself. So surrender to this situation and let it unfold naturally, because, you know, we do have this Judgment Day, this spiritual awakening is happening, and these positive changes, you know, which all come from a loving space, okay? that's everything that I have for you in this reading for you today. I hope it was beneficial for you and that it has given you some clarity in your situation. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. It has been my honour to read your cards as always. And do connect with me down in the comments. Let me know what's going on with you in your lives. I love to hear what's going on with you, okay? If you feel called to, do check out my collection of guided meditations and affirmations that I've created for you. They help to reprogram your subconscious mind with positivity and new beliefs so that you can dissolve all your blocks and challenges that you have within yourself to attracting the love and abundance that you deserve. Okay, have an amazing week. You're always in my thoughts. Thank you so much for being part of this community, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. You take care now. Goodbye. Hello friends, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 4. So I'm going to take a look at these cards, see what energies we have here, and see what your person is thinking and feeling at this time. So we have the card the Hermit, we have Knight of Swords, we have King of Cups, Page of Cups, a fiery climax approaches from the Moonology deck, card Endings, Two of Coins, the card Direction from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, the Gateway from the Universal Love Oracle deck, Rising Above from the Gaia Oracle deck, Love is All Around You from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck, and Trust Your Path from the, let's see, Work Your Light Oracle deck. There we go, I've remembered. So what I'm seeing here from looking at these cards is that in the recent past, we have this card Endings, and I'm just wondering if this has resulted in just you splitting up or taking a break from one another, or whether you've decided to call it quits or something like this. But there seems to be like quite a lot of finality here in this reading with what I'm looking at now. So I don't know whether you're in no contact or no separation, or you had a really big row and you haven't spoken to each other for a while, but this is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a lot of heavy energy and quite a lot of finality with this ending, okay? That's what I'm, experiencing with this reading right now. And we have this Two of Pentacles card. So I'm seeing that your person is feeling very stressed at this time. They've got a lot on their mind. They don't know what direction to go in. And then also we have this card Direction. So I feel like they don't really know what to do about this situation or what's best. And it's causing them a lot of inner turmoil and inner conflict, okay? So yeah, they've got all this kind of stressed out energy. This situation is really playing on their minds and is taking up a lot of their mental space at the moment. And they're really they're weighing up lots of options and trying to decide what to do and what's best. And they're thinking a lot, I sense, about the future as well and what's been invested here. And it's just they're very much caught up in that energy of that turbulent energy of things being very difficult, and yeah, just a lot of confusion and that sort of energy. So I sense that here, and they're quite caught up in that. They feel quite stressed, okay? And also I just sense that your person is very busy at this time. This Knight of Swords energy, this is the fastest mover in the tarot. So I do see that your person is experiencing a lot of busyness in probably their professional life, and they're trying to juggle fitting in, thinking about what they're going to do about this connection that you have, and then also their practical matters in their lives. I just sense that perhaps they've got a lot on with work or something like this, and this is taking up a lot of their energy at this time. So I sense that they've a lot is going on for them, and that their mind is pretty full right now, okay? So I see all of this difficulty and them not knowing which direction to go in with things because they feel a little bit overwhelmed. I see them going within themselves though with this Hermit card. So I definitely see, maybe you are in no contact or something like this, or somebody has retreated energetically from the connection, but somebody's gone within, and this really is a card of spiritual renewal and spiritual awakening and sort of greater spiritual understanding. So I do see that here with the Hermit card, which I think is quite interesting, because it just means that, you know, I'm hearing the word reflection. So they are taking time to reflect on your connection and what has transpired between you both. And they are coming to good conclusions about this. I'm hearing the words breathing space as well. So I'm thinking having some space, some time apart is probably a good thing at this time, because it's giving your person this time for reflection. Okay, so they're moving out of this time of stress and confusion and into greater clarity with this Knight of Swords energy. And, you know, they're really getting spiritual downloads and understanding the situation better. And I'm hearing that they understand themselves better now as a result of what has happened. And that this is a really good thing. They understand themselves better. Okay, so your person has a lot of love for you still, because we have the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. So this person is, you know, there's this progression here that I'm seeing from the Page of Cups to the King of Cups, of somebody who's more emotionally immature to somebody who's more emotionally mature, which I think is really interesting. So I think maybe some lessons have been learned, which they are integrating at this time with, it's a time of integration with this Hermit energy. So I'm seeing that perhaps they recognize now that they've been a bit of an idiot, and they are thinking about whether or not they should apologize to you. And I just feel like they think that, you know, maybe things got a little bit out of hand, or they got a little bit too intense, and there was just sort of no need for it, really, like a kind of storm in a teacup. So they are thinking that perhaps they should apologize, so they are considering coming forward with an apology to you. We have this King of Cups energy, so I know that they still, excuse me, I've got a lump of hair caught in my lip gloss. So they do still feel very deeply emotionally attached to you. They have this deep connection and this deep love for you, which I think is really lovely. It's a really lovely, genuine feeling that they have for you, you know, that's based on mutual respect, on compassion, on understanding, and of love, which I see here with the King of Cups energy, which is really nice. So they do still have these loving feelings towards you at this time. And it may be that they didn't realise the depth of their feelings until, you know, perhaps they faced losing you. Yeah? So that's what I'm seeing here. So yeah, they have recognised the sort of depth of feeling that they have for you, and they have sort of developed some emotional maturity as a result. Oh, this is what they're going to be going through over the next few weeks as a result of the difficult times that maybe you went through, the misunderstandings or the arguments or something like this. With this Knight of Swords, you know, they do want to come towards you. They do want to communicate with you in a way that is clear and express, you know, what it is that's in their heart to you. And that's something that they're considering. It's something that they're thinking about at this time. Okay? So they're definitely considering that, and you know, and they've got a lot more clarity as to what has transpired between you both since it has happened, and since they've, you know, had this chance to settle down a little bit and reflect on their own actions. So that's what they've been doing, that's what they've been thinking about. They've been reflecting on their own actions at this time. Okay, but I see a lot of action, and you know, there's this beautiful balance between the emotional landscape that they're experiencing and this sort of 3D world action, and them wanting to come towards you, you know, possibly with an offer of love, you know. So I do see that for you. It's something that they're thinking about and they're feeling about, and feeling within them, and this is something that they're processing. This is very much a processing sort of time, because they're just recovering from this time of stress. But I also sense that they've got a lot going on in their personal responsibilities as well, so it's taking them maybe a little bit longer than they would, you know, than you would like. You know, so we have this card rising above as well. So again, you know, I just feel like they've reflected on their own behaviour. They're reflecting on their own behaviour, and they just feel like they've stepped out of alignment. They've stepped out of integrity with, you know, because this King of Cups is really, you know, represents that integrity and groundedness. Yeah. And so we have this rising up, so I just feel like a transformation in the energy is happening. Peace is, you know, coming into this connection, which I think is really nice. And, you know, this is a card of clarity as well. You know, this rising above is very similar to what we're talking about with the group 3 people, of that sort of judgment day and of that sort of rising up and spiritual awakening that your person is experiencing, because again the Hermit speaks of spiritual awakening and spiritual downloads as well. So I think this sort of is quite well rounded here, in that we've got, you know, the emotional feeling is still there, the clarity is coming in, and that sort of spiritual dimension to this connection as well, which I think is really nice. Okay, we have trust the path, and we have direction, we have the gateway. You know, and again, we have this card, love is all around you. So there's just like a lot of emotional energy still in this connection with the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, and this love is all around you card. Love is everywhere all of the time. Simply acknowledge this as the truth. So that's a little message from Spirit for you. If you're feeling unloved, or if you're feeling like this is a difficult time for you, then just know that love is everywhere, and you can open your heart to that love, because this is a beautiful loving reading. There's a lot of love here and a lot of love in this connection. So, you know, moving forward, they are transforming in their own time. I see transformational energies here. They are thinking of you. They do still love you, okay? And they're preparing. You know, the Hermit and this Gateway card are very similar. They're going through this gateway. They're going through this doorway of spiritual understanding into getting clarity and greater personal understanding as to what's gone on for them. And then they've got trust the path and direction. So it's all about just sort of forward motion, going forward into the future, and the direction that they want to take. Okay, so this is something that they're contemplating at this time. They're weighing up their options with this Two of Pentacles energy. They're weighing up their options and deciding where to go next in their future. Okay, and what it is that's important to you. But I want you to know that there's still that depth of feeling there, even though, you know, you may be on a break or it may have ended. There's still this depth of feeling there, and it is giving them a lot of food for thought, and they are deeply reflecting on what has transpired between you both at this time. Okay, and I see this as a process of sort of rising up and of lifting up and things getting better, and there being a clear path forward. This is what they're contemplating at this time. They're contemplating how to create a clearer path forward, away from this confusion, away from the stress, and away from these sort of arguments and disagreements, misunderstandings, or lower vibrational energies that you have experienced at this time. Okay? So, you know, this is also a card, these are both cards of healing, the Hermit and the King of Cups. The King of Cups is essentially a healer. So if you need healing in this, or in yourself, or, you know, you feel like that healing needs to happen in the connection, I do see that here. We have this beautiful Dove of Peace. You know, again, lots of healing represented here in this energy. Okay, graceful healing energy, which can bless this whole situation. Okay, so in conclusion, you know, they are thinking of coming towards you. They do still have feelings for you, but this has been very stressful for them, so they need their own time to really process what's going on and what has happened, and to process their emotions and feelings, and just sort of work things through, because it does take a while sometimes to work those energies through. You know, sometimes one person in the connection can be sort of ahead on the timeline a little bit. So, you know, it may be that this person needs time to catch up with where you're at, or it may be on reflection that you both need a little bit of time to come to your own conclusions. Okay, so, you know, if there has been a little breakdown in communication, or, you know, you have decided to go your separate ways, just know that there is that deep love from the heart space still there in this connection. They do still care about you very deeply, and there is the potential for healing this situation and, you know, progressing forwards into the future. Okay, I hope that reading has given you some clarity, and greater understanding in your situation. It's been so wonderful spending time with you today. That's all I have for you right now, but thank you so much for being here. Do connect with me down in the comments. I love to hear what's going on with you in your lives, and if you feel called to, do check out my guided meditations and affirmations to help you raise your vibration and really dissolve your blocks and challenges towards love and prosperity, to help to reprogram your subconscious mind, because people have been saying that they've been getting really good results with that, and they're really sort of getting ahead and experiencing transformation as a result. So, and it's really helped people through quite difficult times. I've got a lovely meditation for healing the chakras as well, which is a really good one for helping to get grounded and get into alignment. Okay, but yes, have an amazing week. You're always in my thoughts, and thank you for being part of this community of Lumies, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. So take care now. Goodbye.